growth therapy.
Big. It's okay.
Okay. We are finally here.
Yay.
We did it.
Woo!
Let's just take a moment.
Yes. Can we woosah?
And just relax. I've had a fucking day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it just kind of like got bad with the traffic. But,
But everything else was good.
Everything else was okay.
Okay, I love that.
It's kind of like a Zen day.
Yeah, it feels like Friday, but it's not, huh?
It really does. It's giving me Friday energy.
Yeah. What
okay.
day is it even? Thursday?
I think.
Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday.
Is it Thursday? Okay, I was like,
for sure. I was
am
like,
I
wait.
that out of touch?
Thursday, for sure.
Oh my God. Anyways, we have so much to talk about, and you've been
Yes.
just through a journey the past hour with me.
Woo.
So
It's been a good journey. I'm your guinea pig. It's okay.
We've learned a lot about each other just
Yes.
within like the last hour. For
We're best
sure.
friends.
Yes. At this point, it's been real. Okay, let's get into it. Hi guys, it's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Broco Therapy. And guess what? We got the motherfucking indie,
Woo woo.
the nurse practitioner.
Hey.
And we're gonna learn a lot about our vaginas today.
Yeah. All things women's health, all things vaginas, all things self-care, sex, whatever you want.
I am so excited because I feel like we talk about our vaginas a lot, but we don't no one really knows how to take care of their vagina.
Yeah.
Vagina. Sorry. I don't know why I say vagina. Vagina. But no one really knows how to do it properly. Like you always hear all these theories like, you know, don't use soap or don't just water, don't use anything or like, you know, what the fuck is BV?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's huge.
And just like
So
even certain
huge.
types of like lube, like there's so much.
There's so much. And there's so much that like we're not taught as like kids, like in health class, and that they don't explain. And like as an adult, like I literally have these just basic general conversations because like as a nurse practitioner, you know, we're taught like medical terminology, but if you're not in the medical field, you don't know what these things mean. So I literally just like have girlfriend talk with all my patients and just like explain it. Like, this is how it works. This is what happens. This is what we're going to do.
I just found my clit when I was like 29.
You just discovered?
Yeah, because
What?
okay, can I just tell you?
Yeah, explain
I was like,
this.
I was
What?
like a patient,
Why?
a mental health patient, and a vagina patient. Okay, so there's this like thing that hangs down in the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's probably my labia.
Probably. Labia majora and minora.
Something like that. Yeah,
Probably.
and it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be a
Minora.
penis. When I was younger, I thought it was like growing a
It
penis.
was a
and I
little
going
bit
to-
larger than the
yeah,
other
like
parts.
it wasn't
Yeah.
there before. And then
Yeah.
like during puberty, it just came out, and I
Yeah.
just like, and I heard a lot about the clit.
Yeah.
And so I assumed, oh, that's what it is. Like I turned into a woman. Like that's my clit.
Like you didn't think it was ever there before. Like it wasn't developed. Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah, it
You
was
didn't
not,
know. Why should you know at that age? Honestly.
No one was telling me. I even like told my mom. I was like, "Am I turning into a boy? Like this thing."
That is really actually common. Like a lot of moms
Oh,
are
okay.
freaked out because
So
the
freaked out.
puberty changes. Things change.
Yeah, and she's like, Stephanie, didn't know what to like. She just thought I was being ridiculous.
She's
but I
like,
was,
let's not have that conversation.
yeah. She's like, yeah.
You
Anyways,
just didn't understand what it was.
I didn't get it.
You didn't understand your body.
Yes. And so for years, like having sex, like, you know, they say like, oh, like, or when you masturbate, like, oh, rub the clit. Like that's I always just thought it was that. So, but I would like never come, obviously.
Because you didn't know.
Yeah.
Because penetration is not, and a lot of times will not give a woman an orgasm.
No.
Yeah.
And I mean, now it does for me.
Because you know
but
your body. You know
I
what
know my
works.
body more. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And so I think it wasn't until like, honestly, me and my boyfriend started dating. We were like long distance. So we had a lot of phone sex.
Toys.
So I was like forced to masturbate more because I didn't really
Sure.
masturbate that much
Sure.
throughout my life.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, I was forced to do it.
Yeah.
And then I
You
found it.
discovered a whole new world.
Yeah. And I
a
was
whole
like,
new world.
literally,
Yeah.
I can yes. And I was like,
Love it.
whoa,
Yeah.
it's that fucking little thing at the top.
Yes, that little thing. Wow, it's so sensitive.
Why is it so difficult?
You know, I think it's just like vaginas and sex is just such a touchy conversation. I think we're
Yeah.
much more open to talk about it nowadays. But
Yeah.
like our parents, like that generation, it just was hush hush. And a lot of women are very I guess, just scared to talk about how their vagina feels and what they're experiencing. And, women are brought up to think that, like, we're just like little sex toys, honestly, to please men, but they don't
Yeah.
understand that, like, we need pleasing too. And women's bodies are totally different than male body. Women, we also need mental stimulation as much as we do physical, so it's not
1000%.
just
Yeah.
okay, boom, let's
Yeah.
jump into sex and like that's it. It's we need to be stimulated mentally, physically, emotionally, and that's how our juices get flowing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I had to like get into a fantasy. Like
Yep.
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's why some people say, like, oh, forget foreplay. But honestly, foreplay you need it sometimes.
Yeah.
You need to be stimulated. Like, it's not going to work. Things are going to be dry. Stuff is not going to be ready to go. You need it. So
I hate those like people who are like, oh yeah, as soon as my man says he wants me, like I'm wet and I'm ready. And I'm like, good for you. That's great.
Yeah.
But like,
that's not everybody.
It's not everybody, and it's not most of us.
The majority is not,
yeah,
for sure. Or people are just saying it, I feel like, and not everyone, because some people really just like sexually, they're just like, boom, I don't need much, I'm ready to go. And that's okay. And that's a great thing. But like for the majority of us, we need a little bit more.
We do.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to like washing your vagina, like, so what are the basics?
Basics. I always say less is more with the vagina.
Okay.
Like I feel like everyone is just like trying to overdo it, and I think sometimes that makes it worse. So I frequently get women coming to me. So just backing up, I'm a nurse practitioner, family nurse practitioner, but I'm specialized in women's health and gynecology. So I get tons of visits from patients talking about like, something just doesn't feel right down there. I have like a little odor. I have this. I have that. Number one culprit usually is bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis is so frustrating. It's so hard to deal with. And most of it, like I always start with the conversation, it's lifestyle changes. Just the general basics of sex, male semen, changes the pH balance of the vagina.
Even lube.
Even lubricants.
Cheap lube.
Don't do it. And don't do the fragrance. Like,
oh, no.
Nothing. Like, literally just get
my vagina
basic.
Feels itchy.
Just thinking about it. Like, literally. Like, just literally do, I always say, KY unscented lubricant. That's it. You don't need all that like super lube, super this, extra that. Like literally just basic unscented KY.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because like sometimes my vagina smells.
It's okay. That's another great thing. There is a natural odor to the vagina. It doesn't mean that it doesn't fish smelly, sour smelly.
Yeah.
Different color discharges, not normal, right? That means something could be off. But the vagina does have a natural body odor. It should not smell like roses. It shouldn't smell like fruit. It shouldn't smell like coconut or cucumber melon or vanilla. Like, that's just not normal.
Like the fucking Bath and Body Works candle selection.
Like, walking into like Sephora. Like, no.
Right. Like, like what the fuck? Yeah.
It's not normal. And normal discharge is a thing too.
Yeah.
There is normal vaginal healthy discharge. That's a normal thing.
Yeah. I used to be so much wetter when I was younger.
Yeah, body hormonal changes as well. That is a thing.
But I feel like there's so many people who are like, I'm in my 30s stuff and I'm still wet as fuck. And I'm like, what am I doing differently? Is it like diet? Is it maybe I just need to drink more water?
Hydration is huge. Definitely hydration is huge.
Okay.
A lot of things like, and I always say probiotics too. Whether if you're a yogurt eater, like a daily probiotic is great. Or you can just take like an oral supplement. It helps line the GI tract with the good bacteria and
I take a lot of probiotic too. Lately I've been starting that too.
And it's a lot with our diet. Alcohol is dehydrating too, and we don't rehydrate. So staying hydrated is huge.
Okay, cool.
Definitely can help lubricate. And honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with using a lubricant. Like, it's just not.
No, yeah, I need a lubricant.
Yeah, I don't
now
find
all
it.
the time.
Some people are like, no, I don't need that. What's wrong with it? Like, it makes it better.
like, it's even wetter. Isn't that what the fuck you like anyway, asshole?
I don't get it. So don't be afraid. Lube is totally fine.
Yeah. So, okay, back to like just vaginal wash in general.
Yes.
Like, how about soap? Like, what if you put like soap in your vagina?
I always say use the most mild kind of soaps on your body. Like, don't like all those like highly fragrance. Like, I love like, Caress and like all the scents. They smell so good. But like, I just stick to basics. Like, I would say Aveeno is a good one. Just like I don't know. Are we allowed to say like names and
Yeah,
brands
no,
on
it's
here?
fine.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm like, I always just
If you have any
say
recommendations, it's okay. Yeah.
very like like basic, low, like low on the fragrance level.
Yeah.
Just very like calming to the skin on like your actual body. Wash with those. Regular Dove is fine. That works. But you have to find what works for your body chemistry. So that's a thing too, because
Yeah.
what works for someone might not work for the next person. But I always just say the less fragrance, the less production of chemicals, just very generic on the body. And on the vaginal tissue, all you need is water. The
Yeah.
best thing is if you have like a shower head that can remove, just honestly get in there, take your hand, get used to touching the vagina, and just clean all those crevices. Like,
Yeah, I
get
always
in
get
there.
the shower head put in high pressure.
Yep.
It feels good.
Feels good. It's a little stimulation. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go.
And you're cleaning it out. Like,
And you're cleaning. Yeah.
Especially this shower head in this
It
apartment.
has good pressure.
Such great
So
pressure.
important.
And it's like, it's like
a fun
the
time.
best.
It's a good shower.
I shove it up there.
All right, now don't get too crazy. But yes, it's great.
It feels good and it
feels
does
good.
the job.
And it cleans. And if
Yeah.
you're like uncomfortable touching down there, then just like every time you're washing, use a different washcloth. With just warm water to clean down there. Not the same one that you wash your body with, but just one specifically for the vagina.
Yeah.
Just take warm water and clean in there.
So I actually they do sponsor the show, NutriBlast. They gave me their products, and they're not paying for this particular ad right here, you guys, but this is just because it actually works.
Yeah.
It has, because I've tried other vaginal washes that like made me feel really weird down
Dry
there.
and all.
But they have, but this one specifically has a bit of boric acid.
Boric acid suppositories. Fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I only discovered what boric acid was this year. Like,
yeah.
why did the fuck did they tell us this? What the hell
I
is
literally
boric acid?
don't know. Like, boric acid is like a natural, just kind of like alternative to medication to treat like a lot of bacterial vaginosis. It's good. There's a lot of brands out there. You kind of just have to play with it. PhD is one that like I recommend. It's a pretty good brand. But they're great. It's kind of a long treatment. It's not, some people just do it like every time they have sex and they just pop one in after they're cleaned, bedtime. I usually tell people to do it for a longer kind of period just to kind of reset the vaginal like flora.
So do it like...
So every night, so I recommend like every night for 2 weeks, place one. This is after intercourse, after you've washed, after that for 2 weeks.
But are you like not allowed to have sex after like a few hours after you pop it in?
You do it after that. I always say as you're going to bed. You want to do it at bedtime because you want to lie flat. It's a suppository. It's going in the vagina. So you want to just kind of do its thing while you're sleeping. It melts. It does its thing, kind of resets the flora. And then like for 3 months, you can do it following that. Every other night, 3 times a week. Just kind of something like that. It's a nice reset.
So what exactly does it do? Like
it just
for
helps
those
restore that bacterial flora, the good stuff though.
Oh, okay.
The pH balance. So male semen, I always say, after you are having intercourse, every time you have sex, right? Intercourse, I'm saying medical terminology. Every time you have sex, right? So male semen can also change the pH balance of the vagina. So I always say, after sex, get up, wash off with just water, get the semen off of you, and you always want to pee. That's huge.
Okay.
A lot of people don't
1000%.
do that, but you need to, because that's why UTIs can get there, which is a urinary tract infection. Bacteria can be there. You want to clear the urethra and you want to get the semen off of you. So those are good tips. Just like,
oh wow, so like pop one in there after a night
when you're
of
going to bed.
sex and then go to bed.
Only if you're having changes, though. You don't have to do this every time you have sex.
Right.
This is if you feel that odor, you feel like something's off down there.
Yeah, because I do have like I mean the wash has been helping. It's so much better. Even my boyfriend made a comment.
He's like, "Oh, this is better."
Yeah, he's like, because usually, especially after sex, there is a specific odor. But ever since I've been using the wash, it's like not as potent.
Good.
But there still is like, I don't know if it's just like in my head or if I'm feeling insecure, but I still feel like there is a odor down there that's like a little, I'm gonna be honest, a little funky. So I need to be popping that more long term.
Do it long term, and diet changes, like we said. Of course, like everybody's always like, diet changes, eat your vegetables, drink your water.
Yeah, vegans love to be like, well, my pussy tastes good because I'm a vegan.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, good for you, but
yes, as we know, clearly what we eat as well affects our body.
I think it's the hot Cheetos for me.
I mean, hey, I mean,
I think I love my spicy food.
I like
for me.
spice too, and sometimes you need a little hot Cheetos in your life. I mean, it's okay.
I honestly eat spicy food like every day. Maybe not just hot Cheetos every day, but
I like spicy too.
Yeah, so I think not only am I spicy, my appetite is spicy, it's spicy down there.
It could be spicy in a good way though.
Right, exactly. I mean, my boyfriend still likes it. It's fine. It's not like he's complaining that much.
Yeah.
I'm just I just know that every girl, every person with a vagina has
something
this way.
Oh sure.
So
Sure.
It's just we need to normalize it.
We need to normalize it and need to know that it is okay. The vagina does have a natural odor. Okay?
Right.
So like that is okay. I think people just get scared because they think it should smell like a flower, and it doesn't.
Right.
It's just not realistic.
Just fucking vagina. Yeah, it's like the most vulnerable spot in your body with like fluid and heat and like
there's vascularity down there, which means there's lots of blood flow. There's nerves in the vagina. I mean, there's so much.
So much.
It's a constant organ that's working, waiting for like pregnancy, like waiting for
I want to be pregnant so bad.
You want to be pregnant?
Yeah, but I'm not ready.
That's just exciting, though.
But I just want to be. I want to like
experience it.
Yeah, I want to experience. Like as a woman, how fucking cool is it that you could like create this life?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
amazing.
You?
It's amazing.
Like I know I'm probably gonna be like miserable and in pain.
You might not,
or might not.
Some women love being pregnant. Their body feels amazing. Their skin is glowing. Their hair is growing. I mean,
but I always feel there's always you hear it all.
The scary stories.
Yeah, and it's also just like the unknown. You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know.
So but I just feel like just experiencing that in general is like
pretty amazing.
Yeah,
women are literally. I tell most women and pretty much every patient that I see, like, women are rock stars. Like, you literally, the woman's body is amazing.
It's like a portal for fucking life. So who cares if a vagina's fucking vaginas
Virgina. I love this.
Vaginas smell like ass sometimes, Like, it's fine. I can literally birth life out of this fucking thing.
It is a life.
So of course
vessel.
It's gonna smell.
Yes. I mean, life comes through it. So I mean, it's pretty freaking awesome. But I think just less is more. That's the takeaway for it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I want to have kids, but I know that like this year is not it. Don't expect any pregnancy, you guys, announcements within the next year.
No baby
or two. Yeah. but like there is this concern of like being in my 30s and of like, well, what if I can't have a kid? Like that is like my biggest fear.
Okay, so like let's talk about that. That is such a huge thing. I'm in my 30s as well. I'm 33, and it's just like once you're taught like
you're
as
so
a
much
young
more
age.
mature than me.
No, I'm just I don't know. I'm totally like not. Are you kidding? No, never.
I'm like more educated.
No way. It's just
you're so much more mature than me.
It is literally. It's just like as a woman, I think it's stuck in our head that like by the age of 30, like you need to have a kid, you have to have a house, you need to be having a husband. Like your life is like already like told. Like if you're in your 20s, like you're getting that itch. Like okay, I'm about to hit 30. I need to have this life. And it's that pressure. But like literally life is different. You know, back in the day, women had to get married. That was the thing. That was the culture. That was tradition. You got married, you raised a family, and that was it. And that was at a young age. But now, women are more independent. They're more financially independent. They don't have to have a marriage. Having a husband is a beautiful thing. Having a family is a great thing. But if you're at the age of 30, in your mid 30s, even in your late 30s, and even in your early 40s, whatever, and you don't have a child yet, you're not married yet, it doesn't make anything wrong. Women are having babies much later in life now because their careers is first now. People value marriage differently now, and I'm not saying that you have to even be married to have a baby, but things are just different. Yeah,
and I mean, like, I used to never really feel the type to like rush about that. Like I was always like, I want a career first, like a kid. I can have it when I feel like I'm, ready, and I feel like maybe I'm not financially ready because I want to be at a certain place and a goal, at a number. But like, I'm emotionally ready. I think it's because it's like I found the one.
Yeah.
You know, because
Aw.
if I was also, I'm not like Jess. I love her to death, but I'm not like Jess where like as soon as she meets a guy she likes, she's like, that's my husband. Like I wasn't really like, I mean, I would fall for them, but I wasn't like, this is my husband, this is like my baby daddy. Like I never would feel that way about guys. But like with my boyfriend now, I'm like, oh yeah, like
you feel it.
Yeah. So it's like now it's like, and we've been together two and something years. So it's like my maternal instincts are kicking in. Or like
those ovaries are like, ooh, spit
yeah,
me out
like,
some
we
eggs.
could have a baby.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And so, but I think my fear is just, it's not like, you know, being ready or like feeling too old. I think it's just like my body, you know, like the biological clock that they tell us.
It's in your mind.
Yeah, they tell us about all the time. So I'm like, what if, you know?
Listen, I say there is no time. Even if you are 25 having a baby, 16 having a baby, you know, 37, 38, 40 having your first child, there's never a time where you're like, I'm ready.
Right.
You know, it's just, it happens. And I think like, I literally truly believe in that mother instinct kicks in. And some people have it, some people don't. But, you know, you'll do it. You'll figure it out.
She's here. The mother's here.
She's ready.
She's ready.
And you'll figure it out. There's no time limit. You know, you're healthy.
Yeah. My boyfriend's like terrified. He like wears condoms now. Because we used to do like the infamous pull and pray that we say on the show. Yeah.
Pull and pray.
But now it's you know, it's he's just praying that he put a condom on.
He's ready. Are you on birth control?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't like how birth control makes me feel. And we can probably get into that.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that
like,
too.
I did the circle one that you put in there.
The
NuvaRing. I did that for like a month. Drove
a month?
Me, yes.
only
once.
You didn't give it a try.
Right, I know.
You said I did it for a month.
It like drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I was dating someone, but like that wasn't lasting. I don't know. I just was like, maybe it's time to be smart.
Yeah. And it's trial and error with birth control. You gotta, that's why there's so many. Because you have to try. I always say trial and error. Figure out what works for your body. Every human body is different. What works for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Someone can have a horrible experience with a birth control, does not mean that's going to happen for you. Give it a shot. If it works, great, stick to it. If it doesn't, try something else.
Yeah, I want to do the IUD because I don't think I'm responsible enough to take a pill all the time.
Yeah.
And like, but I had to take my friend to an emergency room because it like
got in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and so that was really traumatizing to see.
Yeah.
And then
that can be super scary if you've had a friend who had a bad experience with an IUD, but IUDs are super safe. They're long term. I place them all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, they're great.
Should we do that tomorrow?
Yeah, you want to do a Mirena? You want a Mirena? You want a Kylina? You want a Paragard? Whatever you want.
Oh my God, we have so much on the menu. What should we do?
I mean, they're great.
Yeah.
And they're good options because it's just like a little something that you don't have to worry about. You don't have to take a pill every day.
Yeah.
You don't have to change your patch. You don't have to take out your vein.
And I want him to like come inside me without a condom on.
And that's okay too. And you can literally because it doesn't want a pregnancy to happen. So it's going to thin that lining of the uterus because it does not want that to happen. So it's preventing that process. So hey, they work.
We'll talk.
But
speaking of the menu, you were showing me something that you do at your spa.
Yeah, so
I want to get into that because I don't want to butcher.
Yeah, I know we could go on forever talking about beautiful vaginas and contraception and blah blah blah. But yes, so I started a company beginning of 2021. It's called Body Beauty by Indy. I went through a fucking horrible breakup, and I was like feeling like I'll never like live again.
Do you want to get into that?
God.
Should we do that? You gave me a little synopsis.
I gave you a synopsis. Pretty much, guys, I fell in love with the love of my life. Gorgeous, beautiful man who I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And it was a beautiful relationship. We made it all the way through fucking COVID.
Yeah.
What the
Long
fuck?
distance too,
Long
right?
distance. Countries apart, guys. Oceans apart. And we made it through.
And he was in where?
He was in Paris.
Wow.
Oh, God. Yes. So I've spent a lot of time there. He spent a lot of time here. And then COVID happened and we made it through. We got married and everything was great until it wasn't. And that's kind of just, it was the start of a beautiful life that I thought. And, he was on a different path. I think he just was like, I love you, but I don't think I can be a husband. And
Wow.
it was the most
And he was like, wait, you said
devastating.
he was sick too? He couldn't
He had hurt himself. He hurt himself. I was being the best wife that I thought I could be, and doing my wifely duties, and I took care of him and was there for him, supported him, and
What is he doing now?
I don't fucking know.
What's his Instagram?
You know what? I blocked him.
Okay, good. I was like, I was like, can we lurk and
can we fucking hate him for life? No, I don't want anyone to hate him, because you know what? I've forgiven him in my heart. I'll never forget it. It'll leave a patch on my heart, but I don't hate him. I know it just was not a good time, and I think long distance can be hard because people. I think any relationship is hard. One person is so in it, and then when the other person is like something is off, if they're not in it, if they are scared of what ifs, people get scared of the unknown of life, and that is this life. There is no rule book. There's no playbook. There's nothing that tells you, okay, this is how your life's going to plan, because the second you got a plan, life's like, yeah, no, it's not happening that way.
Exactly.
So you just got to live, but he didn't want to live with me, and that's okay. Aww. It's his loss.
It's his loss. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Oh my gosh. So I didn't mean to have you go through it again.
It is okay. It is therapeutic to talk about it, because if you don't talk about the shitty things in life, you don't get to the good shit. Right. So through that, I started my business because I was in such a low place. I was like, I never want to feel this shitty ever again. Never. So, and I said, I know I'm not the only one. I know that there are other women who experience terrible breakups and heartbreak. And through heartbreak, there's always the end of the road, the goodness. So I started my business. It's called Body Beauty by Indy, because my background as a nurse is I was in the ICU for 12 years, and I've seen it all. Was working in the hospital all through
that's
COVID.
That's a hard department to be in.
Girl,
I can imagine.
Literally COVID traumatized, I think, every nurse in the world. And I just was like, I need something else. I literally can't. So when I went through that shitty time, I was like, I'm finishing my nurse practitioner degree, and I'm going to get into aesthetics. And I want to do women's health. So I'm family practice, like I said, and I just knew during my family practice rotation that I loved women. I just loved helping women and the power of a woman. The fact that we can go through such shit and make it out and still survive is what kind of gave me that strength. So I was like, you know what? I want to make every woman feel special, feel beautiful, know that no matter
I'm gonna
what.
Cry. That is so beautiful. Because I relate. Vocal therapy comes from heartbreak and stuff like that. So I empathize. I'm tearing up. Do you see me tears?
Don't make me cry. Oh my God. I'm crying. She's really crying, guys.
I cry all the time.
But it is. It's therapeutic. As women, we gotta not be against each other, and just as people as a whole, there's everybody goes through really shitty stuff, and I think probably just me being a realist with life and just working as a nurse for so long, I've held people's hands when they've died, literally. So I look at life a little bit different, and I've been at my lowest low, and it's time to be at the highest high, and life is like that. It's a constant yo-yo of ups and downs, but the ups, you just got to really be in that moment and really vibe with them and roll with it. And so that was why I started my business, and I kind of just met really great people. I met my medical director. Her name's Dr. Mundy. She is super powerful, amazing boss woman who kind of just took me under her wing and gave me the opportunity to start a business. And she was like, I'm going to support you. And she's been a big sister, and she has a spa in Long Beach, and I kind of have a business within hers, and her spa is called DG Aesthetics. And literally there we work with every skin type. We know how to medically work with every woman, shape, size, color, doesn't matter, texture, we just want to help everybody feel special.
I love that. I'm gonna visit your spot
I
tomorrow.
can't
I'm gonna document it
wait.
on Instagram.
Yeah, DG Aesthetics,
And
guys, in Long Beach. It's kind of like
shout
a hidden
out.
gem, but
Yeah.
nobody ever knows we're there because we're like in the cut.
I'll put all the links down below. So just send me all
Yeah.
the links. I'll put in like the description for people to find
Yeah, it's
you.
like
Yeah.
it's just like a little sanctuary. Men, women, anybody comes, we treat you like family, and it's just like a good vibe. Like you leave
Love
feeling
that.
good.
I already have like a list of things I want to do.
We
So,
literally do
like,
everything. We have it's myself. I'm the nurse practitioner there. Dr. Mundy, she's the medical director.
I want to get rid of my double chin.
Girl, you don't have no double chin. Stop it. I have a double chin too. Everyone, if you do that, has a double chin.
I know.
Like literally.
I know. It's like it's
It's okay.
Yeah, but I just want to sharpen it a little bit.
That's okay, and that's what we do. Literally anything that you
Yeah.
want, we do head to toe services. There's 2 beautiful estheticians there. They do everything from Thai massage to natural facials. They do lashes. They do microblading. I mean,
Oh, so literally
everything. We do body sculpting. We do IV vitamin hydration. We do women's health, which is what we were
Yes.
tying all this into.
You were showing me a bunch of. I never knew any of this like existed, and I'm glad to know because
yeah.
it's
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
And it's hard to kind of promote. My good friends at Mode is a medical device company. They're awesome. Shout out to Justin and my Mode team. They are awesome. Justin, Sam, all our guys. They hook us up with really great medical aesthetics devices that really just kind of like change the face of aesthetics.
Yeah.
And one that we really I was pretty passionate about was the women's health machine. It's called Empower RF, and it is a machine that pretty much helps with any kind of pelvic floor disorder. So that means doesn't mean that you're had a baby and it's caused these changes. It could just be literally you cough and you sneeze and then you pee a little bit. That's literally or you have
That happens when I'm on my period.
yeah, like that bladder pressure and like that pelvic floor.
The whole thing just came out.
Literally, like when you're on your period,
Yeah.
or you have urgency, like where you
Right.
when you have to pee, you have to pee.
Right.
Or after birth, you have vaginal birth, and things just don't look 100% the same down there. Like, well, this machine has multiple modalities on it that can help strengthen the pelvic floor to help build that muscle again, almost like a strong Kegel. Or it has a device that actually helps with like intimate health as well, and like vaginal healing. It uses radio frequency to kind of build new collagen.
And that was one that helps you come.
Yeah, that's the one. It's like a wand. It's like a magic stick wand. Like
Yeah.
50 Cent used to have that magic stick song. It's like
I
a
got the
magic stick.
Yeah.
And it literally...
And those are good for people who have issues with orgasm.
With orgasm, lubrication, if you just want to
So if you're like
non-invasive.
if you're a little dry, so I might need that.
Yes.
Okay, add that to the list of
Add
things.
it to the list. Okay, we got a whole list of stuff that
Right.
we're doing tomorrow.
I'm definitely gonna have to come back a few times because
Yeah, the Forma, it's called Forma V, pretty much.
Okay.
It uses radio frequency to kind of produce new collagen, boost that tissue and blood flow to the clitoris. So we do internal and external, and it actually shrinks like the labia majora. So it's like a vaginal rejuvenation without the cutting. So it's pretty awesome.
I always feel weird as a patient to go and to do these things because I'm just like, my vagina's, so into it. Like my vagina's hairy, it's dark, but it's like,
No.
so are all vaginas.
So are all vaginas,
Yeah.
and every vagina looks different.
Yeah.
Like the whole situation.
And maybe when you see my vagina, you could tell me what it is.
Yes.
That of what's been sticking out.
Oh my God. There's nothing sticky. I cannot. But yes, I do a whole assessment. I will look at it all and tell you what's going on.
We're like, this is where this is. This is what this
We'll do a
is.
whole anatomy lesson.
Yeah. Because it really, for so long, I never looked at my vagina.
Oh my
I just
God.
was so ashamed.
So many people feel that way, and it's sad.
Yeah. I mean, I think just growing up, Catholic, there's just the shame around sex. I mean, that's why I really started this show and talking about it more, because it's helps me open up and just normalize things.
You got to
because
talk
it's
about it.
Yeah, because before I've never showed anyone my vagina unless I was drunk.
Wow.
But I'm gonna show you my vagina.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
I'm gonna
help
be
me.
it's beautiful. It's perfect. Because
Thank
everybody
you.
is special and perfect. And
And you
just
tell me what it is that hangs out.
It literally, I cannot with this hanging out. You're ridiculous.
I'm so obsessed with it. Like I can never get out of my mind. It's like one of my biggest like mysteries about my body.
I love this. Okay, we're gonna look at it.
We need answers, and so so I can announce to the world because I've talked about it so many times on the pod here too. So I think
love it.
Finally put a name to it.
Okay, guys, that is gonna be added to our list. We are gonna look at Steph's situation, and we are gonna figure out what's hanging out.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be normal. I'm telling you.
Oh my God,
totally normal.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just. It's such a shame that we're like being embarrassed about our like vaginas, especially if it's hairy or like dark, even because like I don't know. I would always like see like pictures, porn, or whatever. People have like
like perfectly like plastic looking like situation. You're like, why doesn't mine look like that?
Right. I'm like, I got hair going down my thighs from like, you know what I mean? Like what the heck?
Hey, I mean, you got to do what works for you. Yeah. Like some people don't want to do the whole laser.
I need to do the laser. I want to do laser because actually
I love laser.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. That's on the list. I'm going to come back like 20, 30 times.
You'll meet Amy. Amy is my laser queen. Regular. She, Amy is one of our nurses there. She is amazing. I freaking love, she does my laser and she just bombs. She knows how to work with every skin type. She's just so good. She also does the microneedling too and the PRP, which we were talking about, to help with the jawline.
A dream.
Morpheus 8, it's pretty bomb.
Okay.
Pretty life transforming. That's why, it's good. Yeah. It's so many different like aesthetics, like self-care things that you can do without getting surgery or just a step prior. I figure like you try the most least invasive and then if it doesn't work, okay, cool. But at least you tried it.
Right.
And just knowing that it is there, like there's options.
Right, right. And how about you mentioned before the vagina rejuvenation?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, so it's like vaginal rejuvenation. So a lot of women were doing like the whole like we do it's kind of cool. It's like a jelly mask for like the vagina. It's like a whole like situation. It's just fun. It's just like to make your face like how like you do like a jelly mask on your face and 24 karat gold little chip plates and everything
with
and
the jade roller,
like everything. Yeah, jade roller. Well, we can do that down there. So it's just fun. Like we can do form a V. We can do microneedling, which actually really helps.
Microneedling on your vagina?
Yeah. So it sounds really scary, but it's called Morpheus 8V. And that's for people who have more moderate changes to the pelvic floor, really bad incontinence. Incontinence when like you uncontrollably have like urination and you're not controlling it. It can really help restore the pelvic floor, and also it can help remodel the outside, like the labia majora. It's little tiny fine needles, but they have radio frequency infusing through them. They produce new collagen, produce blood flow. You go over the clitoral hood, all that stimulation.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And if you don't need that much work, then we do Form a V, which it just feels like a hot stove massage on your vagina, but it's shrinking, it's tightening, it's producing new lubrication, and then we can top it off with a 24 karat gold mask.
Wow.
Yeah.
My vagina would be so excited. My vagina is excited right now.
Like happy dancing as it's doing flips right now.
Like she's like, we want this.
Cheer for us.
But it's crazy because it's like men don't have to have like that much maintenance on this shit.
Men don't have any maintenance. Like men don't even manscape. I mean, I like manscaping. Do you?
Or do you for them to shave?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I like it. Looks good.
It does? Yeah. I mean, I actually really don't care. I've never cared.
It's not a thing?
Well, I think it's because if I'm hairy, it makes me feel good if they're hairy.
Maybe you both be hairy together.
And it's fine. But I do hate when like you're giving head.
Yeah, and you got little hair pubes.
Yes.
And choke.
And you're like doing another position. And you're like trying to get the hair out of your mouth. And you're like, ugh.
No, I can't with the like little curly pubes.
Yeah.
No.
I did get like, as a stocking stuffer, I did get my boyfriend like a balls like cleanser like wash thing.
Wow, it's
exciting. Not because his balls like smell, but
it's
like
to tighten them or shine them up. What are we doing here?
It's just cleaning the balls. It's like specifically for the groin is what they call it.
Nice.
Right. And I was like
a facial for the balls.
Yeah. I was like, I like self-care products. Like let's like do it for him.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean I love it. Just don't be too hairy. It was funny. Like I recently had someone
don't be
not too hairy. It was funny. I was doing like a vaginal exam, and this is super funny, but like someone had like an IUD, and there was like a glob of hair, like pubic hair stuck to it. And I was like, how does that happen? But it can. So men, just be aware. Pubic hair is okay,
God.
but
So,
just
like,
not too long.
Holy shit. It got stuck in a girl's IUD?
Yeah, it got stuck on the strings, and I'd never seen anything like that in my life, and it was comedy. I was like, what is going on?
Whoa.
So that
I don't
can
think I've
happen.
ever fucked anyone that hairy. Come to think of it.
I was like, how hairy?
They've always been just like a regular hairy, like, but that's hairy.
That's hairy. It was like literally like a hairball going on down there. So I was like, what is that? Okay. All right. We're going to trim him today.
To like bring him in for a service. So like
trim.
he's the issue here.
Yes. Like what?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, hair is good, but not too long, I guess. That's the key point. Takeaway.
Yeah. As long as it's clean.
Yeah. I mean, hair is fine. Everybody, hey, to each his own, do your thing, whatever works for you.
Yeah, yeah. So what are some things we shouldn't do to our vagina?
Some things that we shouldn't do. We should not douche. That's number one.
Yes.
No douching. That's you want to have good healthy.
Is douching even good for the butt anyway?
For anal?
Anal?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's good bacteria in your body that you need. I don't know enough, but have an amazing colorectal doctor, Dr. Z. He's amazing. Anytime you guys ever need Dr. Zuri, shout out. If you guys ever need any situation with colorectal stuff, surgery, he does anoplasties, all that.
Yeah.
He's bomb. He would be your go-to guy. I don't know enough about that, but for me, I'm the vaginal area. Yeah, no. You want to keep, you just want to keep good bacteria down there. You don't want to eliminate everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So none of that. No using the fragrance. None of that. Just stay away from it.
I remember this was when I was young. I saw that there was like these like fragrance vagina sprays like at Target or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I got it.
And did you get like a situation?
It was bad.
Itchy, all kinds of crazy down there.
It just made it worse.
Yeah.
It was awful.
And it makes it worse. And people try to like mask the smell. Like when you have and a lot of times it's weird. When you have like a change down there, usually you only smell it. Like other people can't. But it's like you constantly smell it. But yeah, or during sex you smell it, whatever.
Right. But it's like your everyday, unless it's like horrible. No one really smells it.
Like you're not walking past
That's
somebody.
true. Like I don't ever just like walk by someone's like, oh, I can
you
smell
got BV.
her crotch.
Oh my God. Like, wow. Like, no.
Yeah, like I don't think I've ever just randomly smelled my friend's vagina.
No, it's like it's in your head.
I'm like, everyone can smell my vagina right now.
And you're like, oh my God, scarlet letter on my head that everyone smells it. No.
I know, like I always wonder, I'm like, do my friends ever smell me?
No.
Like, okay.
It's all in your head.
I'm like congested, so I'm like, I don't smell them.
Well, yeah. Well, I had COVID last year and literally like lost my smell for like a year and stuff still smells like weird. So yeah. It's off. But, you know, I went through that. Like, you're always like, oh, my God, I smell myself. So then people try to mask it, and then they smell worse. So, like, and then they do too much. Like, just leave it alone. Go get checked out. Get us a vaginal swab. We'll run for any kind of infections, you know, especially if you had a new partner. Let's just make sure. Most likely it's nothing. And if it is, then we talk about it, we treat it, and we move on. And we figure out how not it to happen again.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, you guys, any vaginal issues in general, like, shout out to Indy. Like, reach out to Indy and be like, I need help.
Make an appointment at my clinic.
Exactly. Again, all the links down below. But, oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, so don't douche.
Don't douche. No scented pads, no scented tampons.
Okay.
And that's another thing, too.
I stopped using tampons.
I was going to say, like, make sure that, like, you're not keeping tampons in for long periods of time. People, like, leave them in for, like, 8 hours.
I can't do that. I have a heavy flow.
Yeah, man, you got to change them out, like, 2-3 hours. Change it out, because sometimes, like, the fibers get stuck up there, and then that's what breeds infection.
But also, like, can't you die?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Listen.
Like, I'm always scared of getting that, like...
That like toxic shock syndrome. Yes, where people like leave a tampon or then they forget that one is up there and then they put another one. Oh my gosh, yeah, you can get very sick, septic, like it's a whole situation. So if you're going to be using tampons, definitely make sure that you are taking them out appropriately. You're not double tamponing. I mean, you can get super sick. So
oh my God. Yeah, no, I stopped. I just I use period panties, or I use the cups,
Diva cup,
or I use the pads. When it's like a real heavy flow,
Yeah.
or all three when it's real heavy.
Yeah, hey, listen, you gotta. Sometimes you have to, and if your periods are like really bad, really painful, then try birth control options that will help lighten
Yeah, I
it
was
a
gonna
little
say,
bit.
like, what does it mean if, like, okay, here, there's something that happens to me all the time. It's like every other period, so every other month, that's when I get cramps, like massive cramps that hurt.
Yeah, that's okay. Because mine were like that too. I was like, 1 month it'll be light, and then the following month it's always heavy, and I just know.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
just
it's
how
always
it
heavy
is.
regardless, but then 1 month I don't have cramps.
And one time you do.
Yeah.
It could just be different hormones. Maybe,
Okay.
who knows? Is the pain more on one side? It could be a number of things, but probably just hormone fluctuation.
Yeah.
Depending if you have more tissue, more clots coming out.
When is it kind of like a red flag that you should get checked?
Severe, continuous, like pelvic pain. Pelvic pain during intercourse, like during sex, that does not go away. You can have, there's normal having like ovulatory cramping. Some people have cysts in the ovaries. As long as they don't get too large, they don't rupture, usually doesn't cause any problems. But the issues are when you have fevers, chills, you're nausea, vomiting, vaginal bleeding that's like you're saturating through pads and you feel like you're going to pass out. Like this is not normal. Or pelvic pain that doesn't stop. And it's continuous, whether it's on one side heavy, whether it's across the pelvis, but just severe, intense pain. Definitely come and get seen for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, is it weird that it's like every other month, always specifically?
No, it sounds normal.
Okay.
It sounds normal. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Definitely. It's
or if it's
hormonal.
like, what if people like skip their period? Like there's people they're not on birth control or whatever.
A lot of women struggle with periods, just having like 6 months without a period. A lot of young women, some older, that could be changes. So if you're younger and you don't have a period, we look at when was the age you started having a period? Was it ever regular?
Yeah.
When did it start becoming irregular? A lot of times we do birth control pills to try and help regulate it. Sometimes it's more in depth. Sometimes you need more blood work. Sometimes we need to look at other things. Are you having excessive hair growth? Are you having acne? Are you having other problems? Or how's your weight? There can be other health things that are going on that's causing this irregular period. So it's a lot. It can be in depth.
Yeah, that's like it depends on the person type of thing.
Every human body, I always say, is different. So just come in, get evaluated by a provider, and then we can figure it out.
Okay, I love that. I love this. Again, this was school for me.
Yay.
Like Vagina
really
101. Because it's crazy that I don't. It's like I know just based off of like what I do now, but it's like rarely do I ever talk to like a professional about my actual vagina.
And then it'd be like comfortable. I feel like going to the doctor is scary.
It's so scary, and you have to like go through insurance. It's a whole thing, and I'm like,
and then you feel bad, and you're like, you feel they make you feel sometimes like, oh my God, why did you sleep with this person or blah blah blah. No judgment over here.
Right.
Everybody, hey, no one's perfect, okay?
Thank
no
you.
Judgment.
It's like what I needed, and like just me, like even with my thing that hangs down, like you validated my feelings.
It's okay. It's totally normal. Everyone's situation looks different.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's okay.
Yeah,
You're fine.
Thank you. I needed that. Anyways, any last words on vaginas, sexual health, vagina health, any more services that you guys provide?
Literally, we provide head-to-toe services on that aspect. So anyone, male, female, we do injectables, Botox, fillers, we do body sculpting.
You guys see me with hella Botox next time, you know who I went to.
Listen, I love my tox, okay? Cannot live without some lip
fillers.
Hey,
I use
everything.
I use this on my Instagram. If I'm talking like on my Instagram story, I always use this pillow face filter where it's like the extreme like Botox
and everything.
And I use it so much to the point that people actually think I like
your
got
real
work
face.
done. Yeah. And I'm like, are they? Anyways, so if I look like that in real life, except I wouldn't.
No, we make honestly like we're all about like making everybody like super natural. Like but like that look is not.
I mean, some people like that.
Some people do.
We in LA. Some people like that look.
Some people love it.
Yeah,
it's not for me, but some people like it. I just like a little soft, like little touch up. That's it.
I'm just say out loud so next time they ever see me, I obviously want my jawline chiseled, my fat removed, my chin, and then just a little bit of like something on my
lip
lips.
plump.
Yeah, just a little plump.
Yeah.
Because again, when I put like, I can't wear lipstick, and if I line it, that's the lipstick already.
Absolutely.
So
that sounds good.
A little
lip filler. We can. There's so many things that we could do.
Okay.
We're gonna have
Me
fun
and
day.
Jess are coming in.
A spa day tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so fun.
excited.
I'm so excited. And then I guess like as for vagina health, guys, like get comfortable with your body. Get comfortable. I always say know you're normal so that when something is not normal, you know.
Yeah.
You have to look down there. Get a mirror after the shower. Legs open, mirror. I always do. I'm always looking like, hey, what's down there?
I need to do that more often.
You have to look at it. Touch yourself. Know what you like. Because how can you be pleasured with your partner if you don't even know what you like? You know what I mean? Get toys. Experiment.
I mean, I have toys. I definitely touch myself. I just don't look.
You have to. You have to touch. You have to look. You have to feel so that you know what you're looking for. And you know, always, like, people say, oh, like, how do I know if I'm doing this, self breast exam? How do I know what I'm feeling? Well, you know what you normally feel like so that when something changes, you're going to be the one to identify it first.
Yeah.
So definitely, people, preventative care is really key. Get your pap smears, ladies, at the age of 21. Start getting your pap smears.
Schedule an appointment for a pap smear.
Yes, get your pap smears, guys. Get your annual physicals.
Yes.
All that. Preventative care so that you don't have these issues long term.
Yes. And you know what? We need to have you back on to talk about STDs. If you're down.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we need to go through all of that.
That's
a whole ass other.
That's a whole long list, rabbit hole, and we'll be on for a whole nother. But yes, of course, people, condom use, barrier method will be the only thing that'll prevent from infections. But of course, it's best when you get a new partner, hey, have fun, but get a full panel. Come in, get a test. Make sure you guys know.
Yeah, one time I was like hooking up with this dude, and I thought it was just me and him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was something that was going to be serious.
Yeah.
And then he ended up breaking up with me, and then I saw online that he like got with another girl. So and we didn't use a condom. That's what I mean.
Yep.
And I was like, so we was fucking,
and he was fucking
with
somebody else.
No condom, and you was fucking her.
Yep. Which
I went to go get checked immediately,
and it was all good.
Thankfully I was fine, but I was pissed.
Yes,
because I feel like not wearing a condom means like
we trust each other.
I'm
trusting my body with you.
Yes, but we didn't have that conversation, which was my fault. I just assumed, well, he wants to go raw, but no, he's just an idiot.
He loves me.
No, I'm just an idiot.
Well, it happens. You get caught up in the moment, and it's hard, and it's a weird conversation to have.
Yeah.
But it's just have the conversation, establish that baseline, be safe about it, and keep moving, and then have fun.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Indy.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Did you plug yourself already? Plug yourself.
Do I do what?
Plug.
Do I do what?
Oh yeah, you've never been on a podcast before.
What? Guys, I'm a podcast virgin. This is my first time. I'm like, what do I do? Applaud or plug?
A plug where you like plug all your like socials where people can find you, where they can book an appointment, like all of that. We'll have links down below, but
we'll have links down below. But yes, folks. So my Instagram, I'm like really bad at technology. Like I feel like I'm like an old lady. Like I'm like back. Oh, I don't know. I really suck at social media. But shout out to Denicia for helping me with all that. But I suck at all that posting. I love TikTok. I just think it's hilarious. But like TikTok. I suck at it. Yeah. But my Instagram, my personal one, if y'all want to follow me, is officially Nurse Indy. My business one is Body Beauty by Indy. The spa is _DG Aesthetics. Yeah, and I'm same on TikTok too. I only have TikTok and Instagram. I have a Facebook, but I don't know how to work it anymore.
I don't know how to work Facebook either.
Confusing.
I just use Facebook for like Facebook Market.
Yeah, I was like to buy furniture and stuff. Yeah, like I'm like I'm super like antiquated. I'm like, what's going on here?
There's too much to keep up with. I barely know how to use TikTok. Like I don't know how the kids like know how to edit on there.
They're like 7 years old, like doing these amazing videos.
Yes, like fucking transitions and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
I love them. I like watching. I get lost on TikTok. I'm like, how do you guys do these beautiful videos? I'm like,
there's so many beautiful people on there.
And the apartments. I love the high rises.
Everyone's got a cloud couch.
Oh my God.
And everyone's telling you about their cloud couch dupe and their Amazon storefront.
Oh, I love that. I did the situation. I saw the towel warmer situation. I was like, I need that in
we're
my
on the
life.
same side of TikTok.
Yes.
Anyways, follow me, Stefanie Maegan, organobrocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye. Stay safe. Stay fun.
Growth therapy.